I'm Tim Barkley with Charleston Home and Design Magazine. We're here at our first of several mini hurricane expos at Piggly Wiggly in Mount Pleasant. And we're speaking with Carl Simmons, the Director of Building Services for Charleston County. How are you doing, Carl?
Doing great, thank you.
Good. What kind of services, what kind of role will Charleston County play in the aftermath of a hurricane or any kind of disaster?
Well, to give you an example, it would take quite a while to cover all of it, but on the 15th, there'll be a statewide hurricane drill.
That's the 15th of June?
Yes, 15th of June, and at that drill, we're going to concentrate on how to handle the recovery process, the post-storm. So you'll be hearing a lot of things about that part of it. We have a tendency to talk a lot about prepare for it, but then what do you do after it's over? And that's going to be a good opportunity. And in that particular scenario, we will actually be doing damage assessment as we normally would if there was a serious disaster of some kind. And we'll be putting together numbers on what's happening and how it's happening, coordinating with state agencies and federal agencies, getting people in to support us. And I think for those that were here during Hugo, you'll be amazed how things have improved.
How so?
Well, you have right now an uncanny capability of the Corps of Army Engineers to do something they never did up until about 10 years ago. They can, for example, put together 24 days or 24 hours a day. They can actually be hauling in tons and tons and tons of ice before you had a big bar and steel together. They have another division of the Corps that also is water. Another one is medical setup facilities. So each of those are mobilized based upon what you need, and part of that is the damage assessment to determine what the community needs to get recovered as fast as possible. So yeah, they're there. I think that we're a little bit better prepared. I know we have a tendency to think about Katrina and Rita, what happened there. They didn't have a plan. They did not move and progress as rapidly as a lot of other parts of the country, including this one. No question, with a storm of that nature, we're going to have damage and some serious human life danger. But again, I don't think you'll see the repercussions that you saw down there. They did not have any code enforcement, did not have a plan of any kind, had no response system set up beforehand. We have that, and I think you'll see that displayed in the state of South Carolina on the 15th.
What kinds of code enforcement is in place in Charleston County to mitigate wind damage?
Okay, well, actually, we're on a series of faults here. So we have earthquake provisions, which are lateral loads. Your wind loads from the hurricane are also lateral loads. You also have flooding to deal with, so you have a storm surge to deal with. So you really have three things that could happen to a building. All of our buildings today are better built, quite frankly, than they even were back when Hugo came through. Hugo gave us an opportunity to rebuild based upon the experiences of Hugo and the construction failures. So you learn from those failures. The codes were strengthened shortly after that, and that recovery build was a better build than what was there before. And since then, they've been upgraded considerably. We are now at a point where we can take a Category 3 hurricane with probably no damage, other than a little shake, rattle, and roll. Again, the codes are not meant to protect you against the severe 5 category hurricane. That's not what we do. We protect you 90% of the time. That's the extreme. So you will have some serious damage on that, so don't take any of these things lightly. Your building still is best vacant when that storm water comes. You never know where you forgot to put something to protect yourself.
So if structures were built under today's codes, they have a much better chance of surviving a hurricane or an earthquake than, say, a structure that was built 20 years ago?
Absolutely. You may, depending on the severity of the storm, you may still have damage, but not nearly as severe. Your structural system should still be there, with no question in my mind.
Any advice you have for the public? Well,
the thing that's interesting about the public is who is the public? That's a key question to ask. The mobility of our society is such that if you go down the street and ask who was here during Hugo, you'll find there weren't too many. You'll find that transition is constantly occurring. For example, between 1990 and 2000, those census showed very clearly that there was a 24,000 increase in population in Charleston County alone. I'm sorry, 32,000. Trying to remember the numbers exactly. It was 32,000 new people living in Charleston County. 24,000 of those were not born in South Carolina. So you have an influx of people that are not experienced in dealing with these hazards. So education is a very, very important part of our community on telling you how to do it. There's many, many things you can do. All you have to do is give us a call or anybody else that's in the business we're in, and they'll be glad to help you and walk you through it.
Where can the public get more information from Charleston County?
We can be called at 202-6930. Again, that number is 202-6930. And any of our inspectors can help you. They look at these buildings every day. They know what it takes. We do have services that even involve coming out and surveying your house to talk to you and tell you how you can strengthen your building. So again, just give us a call. We are at all the expos. We hand out brochures and things and informational things. Even if you just want to ask a question, give us a call.
Okay, terrific. Well, we've been speaking with Carl Simmons, the Director of Building Services for Charleston County. Thank you, Carl.
Thank you.